Hello friends, welcome back. So before going ahead for Monday's level, that is for 11th of August, let us review what happened on Friday, right? Friday, that is 9th of, no 9th, 8th of August, right? So 8th of August ko kya hua? Let us check, and what was our view and how did it played. Our view was very simple. V shape हुआ था, मतलब there was a straight away from 130 to 330 we had a very big rally of around 300 points in Nifty, and we knew it that there will be a little bit retrenchment, but after retrenchment I said it very clearly that you have to wait for a green candle to form at your support levels. Once you get a green candle at support level, you can take long positions. So let us see what happened. We opened gap down at around 60-70 points, and after that we did not sustain. It broke our support, right? It broke our support. After that it went straight away to our next support, that is 24,444, right? I think so this figure is embedded in your minds. Since last 2 days we have been talking about 24,444, right? So yes, on Friday also at 24,444 levels it started taking up the base. It formed a green candle, but we did not got a next green over here. If you have taken up a position in around 5 minutes, then you must have entered into the profits, but it did not sustain. Can you see this green? It did not over here you got an entry, we got one green candle, but it did not sustain. It started falling down, right? If you have trailed, I think so last by last you must have come out of in cost to cost. After that we did not find any good trades on a long side. We were just making up the basing, and we breached the midway support also, and we fall down to the levels which breached day before yesterday's, from where the rally started. It breached that level also, and it closed at our near 24,333, right? So this is something which is, this rally did not sustain, so this is not a good sign. If we had started taking up the long positions, we discussed about this trend line also, blue trend line. It did not breached. Weekly chart is showing something interesting. Let us start taking up the levels for Monday. Weekly chart, let me shift to the weekly one. Yeah, weekly chart, if we see, we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 red candles, right? For the last 2 weeks, I think so PCR was also getting oversold again and again. It was trying to breach, but it did not breach. If you see for the last 3 weeks, the wick is on the upside and body is on the downside, right? So that this sign is not a good sign. It shows that the trend line to the downward still continues. After breaching 24,600 levels, I already said that Nifty, which we took up a hedge position for long, it has hit the SL and we have to close the position. Next position we will be taking only if we get a good closing above 24,600 on a weekly basis, then only we will take up a long position. Till that time, long position is not in a near term where we can start taking up the long positions. So Nifty is still on a downtrend. No long is seen right over here on a weekly basis. If I'm going to on daily chart also is showing something, not in this, I think so on our Bank Nifty is showing something interesting. Okay, daily chart, if we see, we got a bullish candle, but we did not breach our sideways market, so it did not sustain and we got a good red candle also. We have a good demand zone at 24,000 levels, that is, this is drop, base and rally, right? Even though it is just a small red candle, it is taken as a big red candle because we opened a gap down and then from there it started taking up a move. That I think so. This is of 9th of May 2025, right? Major basing, downtrend and going down till 24,000 levels. Something is going on. Might be FIIs are still not ready. Might be the outcome of the companies. The outcome of the results of the companies might not be well accepted by the market. Various reasons you must be getting it from online news or from various groups you must have joined. But let us be very clear on a technical basis. We will be taking long positions only if we have a good breach candle. Till that time you have to wait. Even we discussed about that. Even though we got a good green candle, it has not crossed the 5 EMA, which is not a good sign on a daily basis. But on a 2 hour and 4 hour, we got a breach on 5 EMA. But still, daily basis not. We have to be careful while taking up the long positions. So let us see what is the position we can take on Monday for an intraday and how we can encash it, at what levels we can encash it. Okay, so let us move up, and over here indicators, two indicators which we have to put, that is exponential moving average, you know about it, exponential moving average 5 and 20, right? Go into the settings, make it 5, style a little dark blue, and in 9 make it 20 and red, 20 and red. Okay, so this is the daily Nifty. Daily Nifty is still below 5 EMA, so no long positions we can see. PCR is oversold. It is so oversold that it has breached 0.5 levels also. Let me show you that also. Can you see 14th August PCR is at 0.48. So we are on an oversold market, but still no breach of 24,500 we can see, right? So we are just 140 points away. Even a gap up opening, I don't think so we can sustain, but I'm not expecting a gap up opening. I'm just expecting a flat to down. Okay, so in a daily chart I can see a still continuation of a downtrend. 4 hours we are still below 5 EMA. 2 hours also we are still below 5 EMA. Can you see it? And we have got a beautiful rally based drop, base and drop, right? Even though this is not a good supply, but it is still considered as a supply. This is a good supply, that is 25,000 levels is going to be a next major resistance in the coming weeks, but let us plan it for the Monday. So this drop based drop is a supply zone, not a good supply zone, but we can have a pause over there. Let us move on to the 15 minutes and start marking up the levels for Monday. Everybody knows it now very well how I'm marking up the levels. This is going to be the major one. Fine, and tomorrow we have to open above this to go take up, looking out for a long positions. If you are opening up below this blue line, then you're not supposed to take up any long positions. It would be a sell on rise. Then if you are opening up over here, wait for 15 minutes. If you find a red candle, you can start again a downtrend. If over here there is no red, it is a green candle, but still you are below this blue line, that is 24,476, you are not supposed to take any long positions. Am I clear on it? Right? After, and if you are opening say flat over here around somewhere around 24,300 and 400 levels, between 300 and 400, then if you find a red candle over here, let me draw it for you. If you find a red candle over here, it is a green color, red color, then only you are supposed to take up a short positions from here. First target will be this, and let us check out second target. This will be your second target, and this will be your last target for the day, right? Not a good sign. If we are breaching, we have already breached our major support, and we are still coming down to the next support, which is at this levels, that is 23,915 and 24,000 levels. So another 300 points. Nifty moving 300 points is now a normal routine. Earlier it was not that. Earlier it was 300 points movement. Nifty is considered to be a very big movement, but nowadays 200 is normal for Nifty. 300 levels, little bit abnormal, but not completely abnormal. So be careful on taking up any long positions right now. It would be a sell on rise strategy on Monday for Nifty. Let us move ahead with Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty. I hope you all are able to see how we are taking up the levels and how the levels are working up very beautifully, right? So let us start off from monthly. Monthly Bank Nifty. Let us remove all the 4 drawings. Can you see we have breached 5 EMA? It is still a running candle, but I would consider this as a breach of 5 EMA, indicating something is not good in Bank Nifty. So Bank Nifty monthly, I do not see. Once we have to breach this level to go to look out for a long position. Till that time it would be a sell on rise for monthly traders. Let us move down to the weekly. Same situation just as in Nifty. 6 red candles, the last 3 red candles weak are on the upside, and 5 EMA is moving downside, still not crossing 5 EMA. The best point over here on a weekly is we have not closed below 20 EMA. That is the best point. 20 EMA is considered as a small bounce point, not a big bounce point. Do you get me? So you have to be very careful to take up a long positions in Bank Nifty, since we are at 20 EMA, and bounce at 20 EMA is very low. Probability of bounce is very low. Do you get me? It will take a bounce, but that bounce will not generally what happens in that bounce, you won't see options call options going upside. Instead of that, the put options getting written, you will see the put options getting written. That is what I have experienced on a 20 EMA bounce. So let us see. And since it is weekly and Bank Nifty is on a monthly expiries, So we can expect that thing, call options not going upside but put options getting written. Let us move on to the daily chart. Okay, let us mark this as the last level for this weekly also. That would be a good sign. And weekly support is at this level. That would be the major. Can you see this? Over here we got a rejection, first rejection, second rejections, and after crossing this we got at this as a first support on a weekly. This is weekly I am saying. Let us move on to the daily. See, generally I do not talk about the figures, I just see the candles. Figures you have to check it out on the right hand side. Only after plotting up your levels you try to check out the figures and make some adjustments as per the OI. You get me? Okay, daily, this is something which is very interesting. Let me teach you one other thing. See, suppose if you are not very good at analyzing the candles or something, now you must be hearing about AI very frequently, right? Just take up a screenshot and put it on any of the AIs which you are using. There are multiple AIs now in the market. Put it over there and ask a good prompt. Okay, I have seen this chart, Bank Nifty on a daily. I'm seeing this red candle which is engulfing the previous bounce which formed a green candle. So what is your view? What positions you are looking out for? What are the probabilities of the next candle coming down, right? So on Thursday we talked about Friday, wherein I indicated the 3 possibilities, and if that 3 possibilities is there, we can look out for long positions, otherwise not, right? So now that 3 positions has been breached, so no long positions is getting indicated in Bank Nifty. This red candle is so strong. You have to be very let me tell you, if you get an opening at the closing of this candle, that is 55,004.90. Can you see this? Over here there will be a closing indicated. If I put my cursor on the red candle, if I'm opening flat at that level, 20-30 points okay, 100 points not okay, and flat and below this level is not a good sign for a Bank Nifty. Even Bank Nifty has a small demand zone over here, 53,542 levels, which is coinciding with our this one weekly. This one is about weekly or monthly? I just forgot it. Weekly. And this one is weekly, right? That is 54,800 levels. 54,800 levels is weekly. Okay, this is coinciding with the monthly. You're getting it? So this is coinciding with monthly, which is also very good sign that we will be able to get this as a very big bounce zone. But 53,542 is too far. So any short hedges which you have taken, you have to be very careful, right? Short riding is very much risky over here now here, so you have to be careful. The short riding should not breach your SLs. Did you get me? Chalo. But if you are opening at around 55,200 or something, that would be a good sign that we can take this as a support for at least next week. But if this breaks, then obviously we have to be very careful for taking up any long positions. Even here 5 EM is not breached. Let us move on to 4 hours chart. I might be little bit speed. You can reduce the speed in YouTube by going into the settings and reducing the normal speed to 0.75 to understand more clearly. In a 4 hours chart, a clear indication that we got a big red body candle and after that continuation of a red candle indicating sellers are still in control. Trend is not yet breached. 2 hours, we got a 5 EMA closing on Thursday, but Friday we did not sustain about 20 EMA and we started falling down, indicating sellers are still in control. So let us move on to the 15 minutes. 15 minutes chart. I have got a let me mark it on 30 minutes instead of 50 minutes, because 30 minutes is what I'm able to find a good candles to make up a this level is going to be a very crucial level. When we have to cross this to make Bank Nifty move towards the positive. Till that time we have to even this Bank Nifty is on a sell on rise strategy. This is the blue line. Okay, and this is going to be my support for Monday. If that support breaks, this is going to be my next level. This is going to be the mid level. Mid level I generally mark it on a thin red line, not a big one expecting, but it is Bank Nifty. We cannot say Bank Nifty in a day it can make a move of 1200 to 1300. If something bad news comes down, or if something good news also comes down, it makes a move of around 1000 points. Since it is a 55,000 pricing stock, right? Upper side levels which are very bleak, but let us mark it down. Once if we breach this green, we can see an upside movement also. This would be my first level. This would be marked in a green. And after that this level, but not beyond this level for at least for next 3-4 days. Something very good must come down in the financial sectors, then only we can see a very big movement in Bank Nifty. In Bank Nifty, if we see I think so on a 5 minutes, there is a great supply zone which needs to be broken. Sorry, and that supply zone is not on a 5 minutes, 15 minutes. Yeah, 15 minutes. Let me mark this. Right, 56,090 levels is a very great supply zone. This is something, see, if you see this rally based drop, there is a double rally. Second rally is getting shortened by the first rally. If you compare it with the first rally, second rally is shortened. After that we got a basing, and then this red, that is drop, has breached the open of the second rally. That makes this supply zone a stronger supply zone. So even Bank Nifty, we are on a negative. Nifty is also on a negative. Both Bank Nifty and Nifty, I do not have, let me memorize the Bank Nifty PCR also. Yeah, Bank Nifty PCR is at 0.7, which is, it is indication that there is still a gap of 0.2 to be filled in PCR for downside. So, and upside, there is a call writing is also there. 55,200, 55,300, right? 55,200 and 300 levels, we have seen a call writers coming down. So there is an indication that we have to breach this level to go upside. Right, so blue, let us mark this as a blue. This level should be breached to take Bank Nifty towards upside. If not, we are not breaching it up this, then it is still sell on rise. Right, I hope you are able to understand this thing. Let me summarize the Bank Nifty very clearly. We have a closing at around 55,000 in a Bank Nifty, right? If you are opening below this blue line, it is a sell on rise. If you are opening above this blue line, you have to wait to take a long positions till this green dotted line is breached. Till that time, no. Bank Nifty will tend to get stuck up in this levels, then your premiums will get eaten. Got me? So I hope you have got the Bank Nifty and Nifty levels for Monday. Weekly, it is a weak structure. So till the weak structure of weekly, that is the last week's high, is not taken up, till that time long position should be taken on a very careful basis. Okay, I hope you are enjoying the videos. I am working on 2-3 scripts on fundamentals. Let me complete up my study and I will post a video on that also. Okay, so that is a good going till down. Trade carefully, have a profitable day on Monday, and trade level to level. Take care.